Well, hello Stampers, it's the Pampered Stamper, and I'm doing another video with my cross-country Christmas cookie exchange party with a heart. I think that's the longest title I've ever given to a class. And my dream with this class was to unite stampers across the country with awesome Christmas cookie recipes. And it's not too late. You can still send me a recipe, and it has to be 4 by 6 inches, and then I will include it in my cookbook in December. And that's going to be a lot of fun. But I've made a PDF tutorial with all these amazing creations that have to do with food and with our gingerbread and peppermint suite and with our What's Cooking bundle. So today I'm going to show you how to make this adorable milk carton box. And I don't even have a finished one here because it's in Holland. So let's take a look at my ingredients. Okay, so I'm using the frosted gingerbread stamp set, and I'm just actually using these dies. There is a beautiful little tag that I had added to my milk carton box, but I don't have my tailored, no, not tailored tags. It's the new tag set. It's a set of dies for tags that is absolutely fantastic. And I left my set in Holland, and with the sale on dies, I ordered a second one, but it's not here yet. So I will show you a picture. I will include that in the thumbnail for the video. And that's going to have to do for now. So let's get started. We need a piece of cinnamon cider cardstock, 10.5 by 7.5. I've written it down. On the long side, you're scoring at a 1/2 inch, 3 inches, 5.5, and 8 inches. And at the short end, we're scoring at a 1/2 inch, 2.5 inches, and 5.5 inches. I would suggest taking a screenshot of this, but even better, just buy my tutorial or join the class and get the tutorial for free. And these are just some notes that I made for myself, just to help me along. And now it's going to be tricky because I might be covering that up with my paper trimmer. So we'll see how I do, okay? So my suggestion is just watch the video, see if you like it, and then you can always go back and listen. So I have my paper trimmer, and I'm going to be cutting at 10.5. And then we're going to trim, so 10.5. You're actually only just taking a 1/2 inch off, which is probably what I should have done. That would have been easier. So 10.5 by 7.5, I believe it was. Yeah. Okay, so we're basically taking 1 inch off the side of this. There's always more than one way to do something. So now we're going to score, and we're going to score a 1/2 inch. So I'm going to do the 1/2 inch on this side. That's just easier. 1/2 inch. And then I've got a peak. I knew I would. 3 inches, 5.5 inches. You don't want to guess and get it wrong. 3 inches, 5.5 inches, and I think it was 8 inches. Let me double check. And 8 inches, yes. Okay. And then we're going to turn it so that we have the short end up. And on the short end, we're scoring at a 1/2 inch. So there we go. Nickel it up. 1/2 inch. And then 2.5 and 5.5. So I'm going to turn it. 2.5 and 5.5. And now we're going to do a little bit of cutting off. So here I have my, and I sometimes think before we do any cutting at all, we're going to grab the bone folder and just score on all our lines. This is the boring part, but if you don't do it, you won't get a nice box, okay? You want your edges to be nice and crisp. And I'll show you, I've done one already. So we're doing all of that. Here, I'm going to show you. And then we're going to do a little bit of cutting. And I sponged on the edges so that you can see exactly how it has to be done. So we're going to cut off. This is the only piece that we cut off, actually. I'm just going to lay this in front. Oh, I've got some, the dog got these scissors. They are so messed up, but I can't bear to throw them out. So we're going to cut this piece off, this little tab at the bottom. And I'm not even cutting straight. It's really bad cutting. I'm gonna, and you know what? It doesn't matter because I'm going to trim that anyway, just on an angle. There, that's better. And now we're going to do the same thing here. We're going to cut up like this, and then we're just going to trim that in a little bit. When you trim these little pieces, it just makes it easier for your flaps to fold. It gets rid of the junk. And so I'm cutting right up to the score line, and then I'm just trimming on both sides. Just kind of, I call it making a little pie wedge, but it's a really skinny dieter's pie. And that just gets rid of the bulk. You know, we should have that with our clothes, for when we tuck them in, that we have less bulk in our waistline. That would be pretty cool if they came up with a trick like that. Someone commented on my video the other day, and they said, anything skinny is tricky. And that's sort of true, isn't it? Okay, so now we have that, and I'm just going to get rid of all my little bits here. Get rid of the ugly scissors. And now I didn't finish the burnishing, so I'm going to do that. So I'm just folding them all up like this, and that way I can get them all in a row here. And I'm going to show you, I'm not going to bore you by doing all the shading on all the edges. I just want to show you the trick at the top of making that milk carton fold. So those are all done. Did we do that? We did that as well. Yep. Okay, we've done all the folds. It's looking good. Now, here on the first and the third one, we have to measure. Now I'm looking to see what I did with my ruler, and there it is. It's still hiding here from this morning. So we're going to measure at 1 1/4, because they're about 2 1/2. So you know what? I'm looking and I'm thinking it's not perfectly 2 1/2. There's about 1 millimeter out on either side. So I want to go to the 1 1/4 mark. I don't have a pencil, so I'm just going to use a pen. There, 1 1/4. And then here, I'm going to measure again. See, this one's a little bit better. So it's a good thing to use your ruler, because we're not perfect. There. And now we want to go from that point to this corner here. So I'm just going to do this, and I'm going to, I didn't even know you could do this without using a, see how nice of a score that made? I'm just using a paper pad underneath, some grid paper, and it gives you just enough wiggle room to get a score line in there. See? And then we're going to do the same thing over here. So from that little dot to the corner, yeah, I guess I'm kind of in the picture. Like so, press hard with the point of your bone folder. I guess I could have gone up and down a few more times, but I didn't. There, that's a better fold. And we'll do this one. I can't hardly see. The sun is shining in, which is absolutely wonderful. It's magical. And I can never remember which way I'm supposed to fold either, so I'm just going to do both ways, and it will all work out in the end. But you see, you're kind of going like this with your, and then it kind of makes sense. You want the carton, okay, it goes in. It just kind of follows its way, and making those crease lines helps you to get the milk carton fold going the right way. So they do go in. So you can see it's not rocket science. I'm just pressing it a little bit. If I can do it, you guys can do it, I'm telling you. And then you could get your bone folder in again and give it a little crease like this. It's actually a good idea. There. Perfect. Well, good enough. You know, good enough is good enough. That's a very good motto to live by. Otherwise, you're always stressed out because you're always aiming for perfection, and you can never be perfect. Okay, so now what I did was I took my blending brush, and oh, my fingers are such a mess. My hand, I've got little, I don't know what you call that when the corners by your cuticles crack. Oh my goodness, that hurts. Yeah, I don't think I'm meant to go for manicures. I had something done with my nails, and ever since my nails are terrible. So you just go like this, and you're going to go on all your folds. And what that does, it gives your box a lovely dimension that you wouldn't get otherwise. And you go on all your folds. I even did my corner ones here, like this. That one you kind of have to hold a little bit, but you see? And it's okay. Like I said, if it's not perfect, that's okay. And so I did that on all my folds, and now magically, it's done. And now what we're going to do is we're going to take our pattern paper. I have 4 of them, and they're going to go in here. And you can, if you want, you can also sponge those. And I would do it with early espresso rather than cinnamon cider. Now these are 2 3/8 by 2 3/4. Okay, now I'm going to grab my espresso, and we're going to give those pieces a treatment. And we'll see if that actually makes it look nicer or not. So flip it open, slide it shut, and tap, tap, tap. Oh, that's dark. Oh, goodness. Okay. That was a little heavy. I forgot how dark early espresso is. Goodness. Okay. Well, it's okay. I said good enough is good enough. So the proof is in the pudding. I'm going to be eating my own words. So if this is too dark for you, don't do it. But I think it's going to look pretty cool once it's on my box. It's amazing how dark it is when you see it on the grid paper, isn't it? So always start off when you're sponging. And you really don't see how dark it is until you put it on something lighter. And then you're going, oh, I got more on than I thought. Okay, we'll close those up. Close the other one. Now, you are going to get some liquid adhesive. Clean off the tip. And maybe we'll start with the dark one. So this paper is from the Gingerbread and Peppermint Suite. Here we go. I should get more in the paper here. Let me move all my stuff over. That one's going to go here. See, so you can kind of slide it so that the edges are all even. And I'm doing a class with this on Saturday. So excited. You know, I don't take in-person classes for granted anymore. Even now, it's all still tentative. People are afraid. So I'm thankful for the brave souls who come. Here we go. My Tombow is almost empty. I should keep it upside down. But a little goes a long ways. It's amazing how long one of these little guys lasts. Okay, now, there. It does look nice, doesn't it? Okay, now I haven't made one of these in a long time, and I'm debating whether this goes first. I think we'll do that. Okay. Yeah, I think we will do this first. Yeah, and I'm going to use the liquid. You could use tear and tape as well, but I'm going to just use a liquid. It's taking a minute, sorry. Oh, and there is a trick to this too. I just remembered. If I do this, and then fold it down, and I can just close it, like so. And I forgot to do this little piece, so I'm going to do that too. Oh, okay, I'm going to switch this out to a full one, because this is taking way too much patience that I don't have. There we go. Tuck you in, and then we're just going to do that. That's really nice, isn't it? I always forget that with boxes that you can do that. So I'm just giving that a good burnish. There. There was a little bit of oozing. Just going to wipe that off. And you know, when you get glue like this on your finger, I just do this. And it just rubs off. See? All the dirt on your hands, any ink that you had on your fingers will come off. And now it's gone. Now I'm good to go. Okay? So now I'm going to open that up. And I think we're going to do the flat pieces first. So we'll just do this. Lay that one down. I didn't grab a new Tombow yet. This is really sad, people. Okay, I'm going to grab a new one. This is just not. Okay, so here we have our adhesive. I'm just going to close that. And it's okay that there's a little bit exposed. That's not the end of the world. Just going to lay that on. And I should have some rocks, then I can do this. And now I'm going to put it on this flap. Look at that, magic. Everything got covered. So now I'm going to turn this upside down, and I'm just going to shove my ruler in there and give it a push. It's very dark down there. I'm thinking, what can I put in there that weighs a little bit? Here, put a Tombow. See, and then we just go like so. And then I'm just going to punch a hole in the top. And when I was in Holland, I did not have a hole punch. I just took my pokey tool and just kept pushing in there. But I have this old-fashioned hole punch that I just got at Staples or something. Oh, that's tight. There. Little muscle power. Then we loop in some red ruffled ribbon. And tie it in a bow. And then you can attach your tag. But like I said, my tags are not here, so I can't do it. But I like it that you don't close it up. There's a bow. And then I promised you that I was doing something with these dies here. I'm just going to move this out of the side. So these two. And I took the liberty of cutting this one with red velvet and this one with white velvet. And I'm totally out of my adhesive sheets. I've ordered more. But I found this in a drawer. Look at this. This is a blast from the past. Transfer adhesive sheets. Anything with that old green label with the floral, that's got to be at least maybe 5-10 years old. But I thought, you know what? We're going to try this and see. And I'm just going to peel that back. I don't know what, oh yeah, the adhesive seems to be on here. Oh, there you go. It's a little bit better. And what I'm going to do is just do that. And then I'm going to grab my, my pick-me-up tool and just lift it off, and then I should have a sticker. There we go. Put that away. And let's see if it worked. So I'm going to lay that down before I commit completely. There. Oh, it worked like a dream. Okay, so check your cupboards and see what you might have laying around that hasn't been used. And I don't even know if I'm doing it right, but there, I'm going to press that on and take it off. Instant sticker. And now I think I'm looking at my seams. It's hard to tell. I'll put it on this side, like so. Isn't that pretty? And I mean, I could put them on all sides of the box. But that's it. That's the milk carton box. So super cute. It looks really adorable with the tag. I have a tiny little tag here. So this is what these tags look like. I mean, that's not bad, but it looks much nicer with a white tag. Do I have my catalog handy? I do. Okay, let's have a look. I'm going to show you what these tag dies look like, and then you'll know. Let's see. There they are, tailor-made tags right here. So you've got eight tags. Some of them have that edgy and some have a straight edge. And then there's the little things to cover the holes. They are adorable. And all the different sizes, honestly, $30 for all those dies is a really good deal. So put it in your starter kit and you'll save even more money. But you can see how the tag has that little thing to put on the cover. Anyway, guys, I hope that you really enjoyed this. And here is just more information where you can find me on my blog, on my website, on Facebook. You can always email me with any questions. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do so. It's the red button on the corner, and you won't miss a thing. And you might win some cabin dies because I'm getting really close to 4,000 subscribers. So I appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here, and have a wonderful day. Bye.